Hello everybody, welcome to the Book Network. Ash here, journaling my National Writing Month journey. It is currently Friday the 4th of November, day 4. So far I have written 4,954 words over the space of 3 days, and then I wrote a little bit this morning as well. I'm catching the last few rays of daylight just to catch up on how I've been getting on at the start of this journey, and I'm going to say on the whole it's going pretty well and I'm feeling pretty buzzed. It's very cathartic having had this story in my head for such a long time, and to now finally get it down. I don't know, part of me just thinks it's a miracle that I've actually got some of it written, that it's actually left my head and it's on the page. You guys who like to write know what I'm talking about there. So it's been really good, and I have been doing my level best to catch up with some of the features on the Nano website, of which there are quite a lot. It's basically got everything you need. It's got moral support, it's got kind of technical support, it's got kind of schemes to help you get regimented. Being fully transparent, I don't use all of the features or refer to every single document they've got here, largely because I am quite busy and I want to spend my free time writing. So it's about a bit of a catch-22 about doing the Nano thing. Do you constantly revert to the Nano facilities, or do you just kind of get on with it in your own time? So that is in no way a detriment to the features they have on the Nano website. There's so much they got going on. They've got the Camp Nano thing, which is like an April and July kind of like sort of practice Nano thing where you set your own word count and do stories. There are all kinds of courses that go on between September and October, so if you missed them this year round, you can always do this next year and then get on those courses in preparation for the actual November stint of doing your writing. There's one I'm really interested in getting into after I've done the 50,000 words of this novel, is the Now What service, which basically helps you with the revision, and that begins in January and February, and it's a really good way of kind of keeping in touch once you've written your first draft. And if you've got that far and you're wondering what to do next, like the National Writing Month scheme isn't just gonna kind of leave you stranded. It's got services for that as well that can help you rewrite it and get it to a stage where it's ready to send to publishers or editors or publishing agents, or to get it self-published, whichever one you want to go down. You've also got pep talks from authors, you've got live writing yoga challenges, lots of community activities and forums. It's all there. But as much as this is a community thing, the writing process is also a very lonely introvert thing, and that is where I have been spending the majority of my writing time, is just getting down onto the laptop, putting my headphones on, choosing music of whatever description fits me at the time, and just trying to get really into the bones, brains and guts of my story. And it's been very interesting to jump from not writing a lot of fiction to suddenly being part of this quest where you write essentially 1,666 words every day. It's quite a jump, and I found the first 2 nights a bit of a grueling process. On both of those nights I managed to slightly surpass the 166 word count. Yesterday not so much. I was a little bit under. I think I did like 1.4 or something. And then it's probably going to be a similar story today. I'm probably not going to reach the 1,666. I'm just going to do kind of what I can. And that's just the nature of approaching weekends in my life with my family. You know, we kind of catch up and we settle down and we play video games and we watch TV and we do family stuff, and it's important. I can't really justify just giving that up and shoving it to one side just to write. I've got to slot the writing in between. So the way I've got it figured is that I'm going to be writing a little bit less tonight, and I'm going to try and make up for it by crawling out of bed maybe slightly earlier tomorrow and just sitting there and just going bang, bang, bang on the laptop, and then maybe Sunday as well. And if I kind of get ahead on the word count, then I can make a couple of concessions in the week and write a little bit less. So that is how I'm planning going forward to fulfill the word count, is to not necessarily do 1666 every single day, but to do a little bit less on some days and then compensating a little bit more on other days. I actually had to kind of tell myself to slow down and relax a little bit, because I was getting concerned that I was just blurting things out just to fulfill the word count. Not in all cases, just in various instances and various paragraphs where either I wanted to finish up or I wanted to jump to the next plot point in my head. I felt that rather than spend ages scratching my head on this, I can just kind of fill that in with bare bones and then revitalize that section when I get back to it in the later revision. But hey, I guess that is what a first draft is for, right? So it's still going strong. I'm still feeling extremely buzzed, and I'm crossing off the days. And I mean, the most fun thing about the Nano website, I mean, let's face it, it's just how do you describe it? It's updating your word count daily, because when you do that, you unlock badges, and there's just something about people in this day and age. They like to be rewarded with some kind of digital receipt with basically everything they do, whether it's a like or a sub or, you know, something on a game. And Nano kind of, it's a bit like that. You know, you do your first update, it gives you a badge, and then it, you know, you do the second one, it gives you another badge, and then, you know, it gives you certain badges for hitting certain word counts and stuff like that. And you know, you can technically just pretend and go 50,000, but you're not going to do that, because the only person you're lying to is yourself. So that's fun. And then you got other badges that you can just click on at your behest just to get some badges. There's ones with funny looking trousers and things like that. Just go on the website and you'll see if you haven't done already. Badges are fun, and that's all I've got to say on that. Having a good time talking to my friends about this. I've got a couple of friends who are doing the Nano Challenge as well, and we are having conversations about what's going well and what's not going well, and trying to encourage each other. And I'm really going to stress again, it's really cool to be determined, and it's really cool to reward yourself with a strong work ethic. But I think there's a difference between that and bullying yourself. If you've got so much going on in your life that this seems nothing more than a hardship, then there's no shame in just putting it to one side. And I'm going to keep reminding people of that in case anyone gets kind of disheartened, or anyone watching this feels like they need to bully themselves to carry on, even though they've got X, Y, and Z going on. It's a challenge, it's a bit of fun, and it's one of possibly about 12 billion ways that you can write a book and get published. So just have a good time, and if you have a good time, you're probably going to write a better book. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now, because I've waffled on enough. And I said last video that I was going to do 2 every week, but I've kind of decided with the good people at Book Network that now I'm going to try and jump to 3 videos a week, just because I'm enjoying them and I'm enjoying talking about this. So I think the next one I'm going to do for you guys will hopefully be Sunday, and then on Sunday I'm going to talk a little bit more about how I kind of crafted this world that I'm depicting in my book. It entails a lot of world building, which entails a lot of thinking and a lot of continuity. Some of it's going well, some of it's not going well. So I think I'm going to kind of dive into that a little bit more next time I do this video. Tell me how your Nano experience is going so far. Drop all your thoughts in the comments, and I'll tell you how I'm going in the next video. And until then, have a good day. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. You can also visit thebooknetwork.co.uk and sign up to connect with the best new books and authors, receive exclusive material for your book clubs, promote your published novel, and get access to a free database of over 800 publishers so you can find the right publisher for your writing.